7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Is she satisfied or dissatisfied? She is just a customer, just like everyone else. Like always, giving it to you raw and unedited. Over to you, Shorty. Over to you. Over to you.
Hey, hey, hey. This is podcast number, is it 4? Anyway, I think I'm going to stop doing the counting because I'm bad at maths and I'm sure I'll get one wrong. So I might undersell myself or oversell myself. So safest bet, I'm not going to number them. So I'll just say, hey, hey, hey. Welcome to my new podcast. So I hope everything's been well with every one of you. It's been a bit of a quiet week for me. BTW, by the way, I'm doing this podcast a lot earlier than I normally do because I tend to do my podcast like very late, like early hours in the morning, insomnia alert. But today I'm feeling that I'm doing a bit earlier just because I want to try and get an early night's sleep. So, as you know, all my podcasts are raw and unedited, so you'll get the ahs, the brain, think of the next sentence, bring on the next sentence, and the, the way I speak, where I say literally, all those words that I'm sure annoys you, but definitely annoys me. I've got a pen in my hand, so you'll be hearing a clicking sound, because I tend to do that quite a lot. But I will try and put it down, but I'll pick it up in a minute, knowing me. So in the background, you may hear police cars, ambulances, fire engines, road rage, drunkenness. You might hear all that. But yeah, that's what you get when you're not set up in a professional studio. But anyway, so this week, what's been happening to Shorty? Okay. So, a while ago, I ordered something off of eBay, and it arrived in very quickly, within about 2-3 days max. And when I opened up the flimsy box, because it was a heavy item, and the box it was sent in was, I think it was one of those cheapo boxes, not even £1 shop cheapness. I'm talking about a shilling. So it was probably bought the days when shillings were around, or a halfpenny. Gosh, it must have been so complicated back in those days. Shilling, halfpenny. Anyway, so when I opened up the box to get my item, the box was just falling apart. I don't know how the postman managed. But anyway, opened it up. There was a few wears and tears. It wasn't even a second-hand item. I think it was just something that's mass-produced, and one of the people on the production line just was having a bad day. So I contacted the seller and told them about it. So sent me pictures, sent pictures. And then they said to me, okay, now bearing in mind the item costs £19.99. See, I'm very exact. And the seller said, okay, we'll give you a partial refund of £5. I kind of thought, £5? I'm one of those people. I don't know if it's the Virgo in me or the middle child syndrome that I suffer from, or it's just me. But one thing about me is, if I purchase anything, even if it's a cheapo item, it has to be perfect. One slight wear and tear or one slight thing missing, I want my money back, or you replace it for a perfect one. But I am quite bad when it comes to things like that. So anyway, where was I? So I told the seller that no, I don't want a £5 refund, partial refund, because it doesn't make sense. You know, this item was obviously not built properly, and £5, I know I sound fussy, but £5 doesn't really cut it. So they said to me, okay, we'll order you a new one, a replacement one, because I said to them that if they give me the £5, I can return it. But they're like, no, we'll send you another replacement. But it will take up to, 15 working days, because it's coming from China. And to be honest, the item wasn't something I was in a rush for having, as long as I finally got it at some point, but I wasn't in a rush. So I was like, yeah, okay, that's fine. Thought a bit weird that, hang on a minute, my original order took about 2 or 3 days, but somehow this one's taking 15 working days and coming from China. But anyway, again, I was like, okay, fine, cool. Then, approaching the 15-week period, I sent them a message to say, look, I haven't received anything. And they were like, oh, give it another 2 more weeks. So I was like, 2 more weeks. But this is, when I contacted them, it was like literally I think it was about 3 days before the 15th day deadline. So they give it 2 more weeks. So I was like, okay. Because anyway, it was approaching to Christmas. So I kind of thought that it might get lost in the Christmas post or the delays and everything. So I was like, okay, fine. Had Christmas, my life moved on. It was a new year, reached the next year. And then I was like, oh shit, I haven't received my parcel. So I sent a message to them, and they said, oh, we'll send you a full refund. And you'll get it back to your PayPal by the next day. So I was like, okay, fine. Yep, okay. Full refunds, cool. Blah, blah. I don't even want the blasted item now anyway. So again, I kind of forgot about it. So about 2 days ago, I was like, oh, yeah, that palaver. So I resurrected it, and I think the seller must have thought, oh, shit, this woman's not going to let me go. No, I don't let anyone go. So I said to them that, look, I haven't received the payment, and not even the item that was meant to be sent within 3 weeks. Because I'm assuming if it was sent 3 weeks, I would have got the item by now, even though they told me to wait another 2 weeks after that. And, Then they said to me, I don't know what you're talking about. And I thought, okay, I wasn't ready for this kind of battle. I wasn't ready. They literally got me off guard. And I was like, huh? Then I had to look at the message again, because I thought, maybe it's me. I mean, I wasn't born in this country. I came here when I was 4.5. But maybe I've lost the English language, because at that split second, I questioned myself. Like, am I reading this right? Turn my phone upside down, sideways, backwards, everything. But they literally denied everything. Because I thought to myself, if you're a company on eBay and you're doing a lot of selling, you would know that the message board will have the previous conversation on there. Because you could literally scroll. So for you to pick to deny it, to me it's like, okay, this is going to be an easy battle. But because I was caught off guard, I'm not gonna quit. I'm gonna win this. So I contacted eBay, spoke to this woman, and she explained something that I never thought of. She explained to me that, I can't remember the figures, but eBay, you've got, from the buyer's point of view, you've got, I think, a 30-day policy that you can dispute something, get your money back, some promise or something. And what the woman said to me, that this buyer, the seller, had stalled me so I can come out of that. So technically, I'd have no leg to stand on. And the first thing that came to my mind when the woman said that to me at eBay was, bitch. Right. And I fell for that one. I fell for that little scam. But the eBay woman was like, don't worry, contact PayPal, because PayPal have a 180-day policy. So I went straight to PayPal. And the thing is, I needed to go to the toilet at the same time, but I thought, you know what? Keep your legs crossed. You got to do this now. You got to do this now, because if you go to the toilet, you come back, something will happen, because I get easily distracted. I've got a short attention span, and then I'll be like 2 years later, then trying to beg for $19.99. So contacted PayPal, and I got a case open. So I think I want to win this, but I will win it. But even on PayPal, the company was just like, sorry, I have no idea who you are. And I thought, oh, they're trying to make me think I'm going senile, but you can't do that to me. So we'll wait and see if I get my £19.99. But it seems just a measly amount. But at the end of the day, it's the principle of it. And the item that I purchased, I'll probably give it to a charity shop or give it to someone I know. I don't know. Because I just don't like the fact that it's not perfect. As in, there's a little bit of minor tears on it. But it doesn't look like it's been used. It's something on the production line. There was somebody there that was not having a good day or just dozed off. You know, when you sort of doze off and not realizing you're sleeping. I do that quite a lot during the day. But anyway, so that's that story. So we'll see what happens. But I'm ready for it to get ugly. You know, I'm ready for the fight. I'm ready to take it to the streets. So before I go to the next item, why is it when you book an appointment with a GP, you have to explain to the receptionist? I mean, I've been doing that for a long time, but it didn't really bother me until like 30 minutes ago, because I went online to try and book an appointment, and there's a bit that's mandatory which explain why you have to see the GP. And I thought, what do I do? What is the person that's going to read this? What are they, the triage nurse? Are they medically qualified to see whether I justify seeing the GP or not? And I spoke to a friend of mine, and they were like, I put anything in, like literally anything, you know. So I just put a dot and a space, and then it went through. So yeah. So let's talk about DeliverPoo. Yeah, DeliverPoo. You know what I hate is when companies know that people rely on you, that you are the number one. You are when people think of ordering something or buying something, they think of your company first. And because of that, they feel that they can treat you anyhow. So let's talk about DeliverPoo. Because right now, they're my enemy, but I need them. So the other day, I had this amazing craving for chocolate. This chocolate craving was so bad that if I try to watch something to distract myself, I keep thinking chocolate. If I called up somebody, chocolate would be the topic. I've never had that much of a strong craving for chocolate. So I contacted my friend and said to him that, I got chocolate craving. Like that was my way of hinting. It's like, yeah, so I've got chocolate craving. And they were like, oh, okay. And I was like, yeah, I want some chocolate. And they were like, oh, okay. So I knew I wasn't getting anywhere with this. So I kind of thought to myself, right now, with this chocolate craving, it's above everything else in the world, entire world. It's the most important thing to me. It's something that literally was more important than family, friends, good deeds, anything, you name it. So because of his response, I thought, you know what? It's too easy for me to remove his number off my phone. And I thought, okay, how about blocking him from Facebook? Because that's a big message when someone blocks you from Facebook. That's the creme of de la creme of fuck you messages. And I literally thought, yeah, I'm going to block him. So I actually went to Facebook, found him, and I was about to press unblock, and I thought, oh, it's a bit drastic. Maybe I should just put him on limited profile. But I thought, chocolate. Kept thinking chocolate. Contacted my flatmate, because I was like, because he likes to order stuff off Deliveroo and other places as well. And I was like, are you ordering something this evening? He was like, no. And I was like, why? And I said, oh, I got a chocolate craving, so I wanted to slip in a chocolate something in your order, because it didn't make sense for me just to order, I don't know, let's say a chocolate cake or one chocolate cookie off Deliveroo. Then they're going to charge me like £3,000 because I haven't, of a surcharge, because I haven't reached their minimum order for delivery. Even though they charge you like £2.50 or £2 for delivery. But anyway, so he said no, so I thought, okay. I had to go and search the flat. If anyone had seen the way I was searching for some form of chocolate in my flat, you'd have thought I was looking for crack or cocaine or something. I was literally just, but I put things back nicely because, I've got a flatmate, so I didn't want him to know I was rummaging through. But it was a very bad craving. So I thought to myself, you know what? Okay, surely just go to your app and just go to Deliveroo. Now with me, I've got the Deliveroo app, Just Eat app, Uber Eats, and Hungry Horse. But no offense to all the other ones, I find that Deliveroo do go to better restaurants. They do have better restaurants on their books, because I'm very fussy of where I eat. I can't eat from like dodgy chicken places that I've never heard of or that kind of thing. I prefer to order off restaurants, not because I'm rich or I've got loads of disposable income or anything like that. I would rather sacrifice something to get a meal off somewhere where I know there's definitely a level of care of hygiene and all the rest of it. But, I went on my Deliveroo app and I was going through everything, because you can't just, where I live in St. Albans, you can't just go dessert. You have to literally go through every single restaurant, go through the whole menu. And the thing is, most menus don't even do desserts. They do milkshakes. Who wants a milkshake and get some lactose intolerance explosion? But, yeah, so I saw KFC on there. I don't know what KFC were doing on delivery, but anyway, I saw KFC in there. I thought, okay, let me go through that. Because I remember back in the day, cause I don't eat KFC anymore. I used to love fried chicken. But as I got older and wiser, I realized that oil in the coating, you could literally wring it like a towel and the water would just drip like Niagara Falls or Victoria Falls. So I tend to stay away from fried chicken. But I do miss it though. So anyway, so I thought to myself, I remember back in the day in the KFC, they had Viennetta ice cream. So I thought, actually, I could probably do with Viennetta instead of having an actual chocolate. I could probably do Viennetta. But I went on there, so I guess they don't do Viennetta anymore. They do cookies. So they do a pack of 4. So I ordered 4 milk chocolates and 4 white chocolate cookies. That's 8 altogether. Yay, I'm good at maths. And that's all I ordered, because I wanted to get to that minimum order stage. So, went to check out everything, blah, 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 but order was going to be delivered within 35 minutes. But you know what? I thought to myself, technically, I think could have been quicker, but it's fine. Chocolate, it's on its way. Everyone is safe. I'm happy. You know, things are all good in the world. Everything. We actually have world peace. So I'm sitting there waiting, and I catch up on This Is Us. Very good show. You should watch it. And to take my mind off, well, to be honest, I wasn't thinking of chocolate anymore. The craving wasn't bad because my brain knew it was on its way. Not even my stomach, because I wasn't like hungry, but it's just that I was wanting chocolate. So anyway, time goes on. I go to the app, check. Okay, still on its way. And then 1 minute before the cookies were due, I contacted, because I thought, no one should mess with me right now. And I contacted DeliverPoo using the live chat, and the man said to me, yeah, there's no driver assigned to your order because it's very busy. So I was like, wait, what? And he was like, yeah, there's no assigned driver. Now, all I can say to you is, if you haven't worked out why I had these cravings, ladies, I'm sure you've worked it out. But that's the worst thing that anyone can say to you. At that point, that's the worst thing anyone can. So I was like, well, firstly, at which point, from a customer, which point did you alert me to say your delivery is going to be delayed due to the riders being busy or whatever? The guy was like, really sorry about this, but I've assigned a driver to you and your food will be there 10-15 minutes. So I thought, okay, you've just saved your life there. You just saved your job. Okay, 10-15 minutes is nothing. I will literally just occupy myself to not think about it and not be a clock watcher. So I called up my mum, spoke to my mum for a bit, just had a little rant with her about what happened with DeliverPoo, but I was excited that it was going to be there in 10-15 minutes. But when I was talking to my mum, I wasn't looking at the clock, and it's only at one point, I can't remember, I just had a look at the time. I thought, it's 20 minutes later. So to my mum, Mum, I'm going to call you back, bye. Like, literally, I was like that, Mum, I'm going to call you back, bye, click. I didn't even hear what she was saying or anything like that. So this time I called up DeliverPoo and I spoke to a lady there, and I told her everything. And at this point, my temper's like shorter than me. And I just went out on her. I was so close to getting on my hands and knees and crying. I just took it all out on her, and I hate doing that because I know it's not that person's fault. I've worked in a customer service related jobs before, and you know, people shout at you, they vent at you, but at the end of the day, it's like, I didn't do that, you know, whatever. So, but she said to me, yeah, the driver hasn't been assigned. So the guy I spoke to initially was lying. Driver hasn't been assigned, and she goes, but it's still come to you. Now, at this point, it was just a few minutes to 10. I was like, well, don't you lot normally stop ordering at 10 o'clock? And she said, don't worry about that. For any orders that are still outstanding, they'll still be delivered, no matter what time of the day or evening. So I was like, okay. Like, all I could say to her was like, okay. Because I was mad. And so I think I hung up on her, which was rude of me, but who cares? And then called up my mum again. And now I was proper ranting and raving. And you know how difficult it is to rant and rave to somebody you can't swear in front of or swear to. It was very difficult, and it made me even much more angry because of the restriction of the vocabulary I could use, because I wanted to really drop some serious swear words. But as I was talking to her, my phone vibrates, and then I get a notification from DeliverPoo saying your order's been cancelled. So what do? Mum, okay, bye. Hang up on her and went to the app. For some reason, they didn't have the option to call. I thought, very clever move, DeliverPoo. That's a very clever move. What you need to do, and it's a very good idea, if you know customers are going to explode, i.e. when you've cancelled their order, make sure you take off the calling option. Just make it live chat. Because if I had the opportunity to speak to a live person, I would have been banned from DeliverPoo. I would have had to knock on a door from the police or something, or MI5, because... So anyway, I was chatting to Wendell on the live chat, and I just let it rip. And I think he was one of those guys who's had either has sisters or experience with women, whether it's long-term relationship. He knows what women are like in those kind of circumstances, because he stopped typing. And I was just hitting the keyboards, literally, oh my gosh. Put it this way, lucky enough, nobody was in front of me, all around me. And then at one point, I even typed, hello? And there was a pause still. Then it was, hi, I'm still here. And I was like, well, what are you going to do about it? And then he said to me, I understand how you feel, blah, 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 blah. And I thought, oh, that's lying. You don't understand how I feel, because if you did understand how I felt, Wendell, you would be the best man ever, and you'd say, you know what? I know what's wrong with you. I've seen your order. You're ordering chocolate-only items. Unfortunately, it's from KFC, but you could have had the chicken, you could have the chips. So I know what's wrong with you, but I'm a better man. Forget DeliverPoo. I'm going to be a human. I'm going to get into my car or get on a plane, wherever they're based, and I'm going to hand deliver it to you. And it will still be warm. But all he could say to me was, I understand. And that's when I was literally click. And I disconnected. And it's quite funny because I told my sister about it. She was saying, we were saying about how he must have called all his colleagues saying, yeah, look at this girl. Yeah. You could tell she's time of the month, and, watch her rant on and blah, 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 blah. So I never got to have my chocolate in the end. But you know what? It was weird because after that, I didn't have that craving anymore. It literally left me. The craving just went, gone, disappeared. And I slept nicely, and it was so strange. And the next day, what I did when I went out, I overcompensated. I went to Tesco and I bought chocolate cereal. I bought chocolate peanuts. Just things that, you keep for a circumstance like that, because you can't rely on anyone. Not your friends, not DeliverPoo, not Wendell. I just thought, I'm going to keep my stash as if it's like World War II, 1, 3, whatever. Just keep my stash. So whenever I get that craving again, I've got chocolate. Because you can only look after yourself under that circumstance. But I did the whole, remember last week when I told you about the Tesco Olympics at the self-checkouts? I did the self-checkouts again. It was so exciting. I had my trolley and I've got other groceries and stuff. And again, automatically I was doing that whole, that ready, steady, go kind of thing. And But I paused, you know, when you pay the money, because I had to put the things in the trolley, so everything's loose on that side where you're meant to do the bagging area. And for the first time ever, I thought, no, Shorty, do things slowly, see what happens. Will anyone kick off? Will the guy that goes around, you know, scanning his staff card on self-checkouts because it says call a person to help you, would he be like, I'm sorry, miss, you know, you've reached the allocated time for a customer at a self-service checkout. You're going to have to leave and be disbarred, you know. And I actually packed my stuff really slowly. But I tell you, the guilt was there. But I was putting it one by one, even like making area in my little trolley and stuff. But the worst thing was, I didn't look back because I couldn't do eye contact. Cringe. I could not do eye contact. And as soon as I took 2 steps away from the checkout, I just zoom out in the crowds, went left, raced it back home. And I just thought, gosh, the guilt, just because I went slow, the guilt. Anyway, so that's it for this week. I realised on my podcast I never tell you to hook me up on Twitter. You'll find me at I'm Just a Customer on Twitter. Not I am, because I think somebody else has got I Am Just a Customer. So go on Twitter, find me on I'm Just a Customer and say hello. And if you tell me you're from here, I'll follow you right back. I'll see you next week. Not see you, but I'll talk to you next week. Or whatever you say at end of podcasts. But for now, ciao, ciao.